What's up, what's up? My name is E, and y'all know I could not let this foolishness pass me by. We have to talk about the former Rhoa alum, Marlo Escort Elderly Hampton. We've done so many stories on this channel about Escort Eady, but we cannot forget the only reason we have Escort Eady is because we had Escort Elderly first, okay? We're going to take a trip down memory lane. Now, Escort Elderly put herself in the blogs last week with her rant about Kenya. Yes, everybody is still talking about Kenya, and we're going to talk about it. If you have not already, please hit the like and subscribe button and turn on your notifications, babe. It's hunting season.
Tonight is your night, and your night alone.
I can't be mad.
First of all, y'all know I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. We're not haters.
Hold on. What's that mean? I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. Like that means something positive. You say I'm from St. Petersburg and then you say you're not a hater, but I can't tell. It's more girls fighting girls down there than Nicki Minaj versus everybody else. What's that mean? I'm from St. Petersburg. All that poverty. Girl, hush. The more and more I think about it, Escort Elderly and Escort Easy, those two have a lot in common. Wasn't Marlo arrested for possession of a firearm some years ago? And come to think of it, wasn't Eady threatening Kenya with the firearm on set? I'm telling you now, these escorts are banshee, baby.
I don't want anyone to get kicked off that's a single mom with a child.
Hold on. Then you said, I would hate to see a single mom lose her job. Aren't you a single mom? Or Muntie, whatever the hell they call you. Whatever those babies call you, you're single. You have 2 boys. Again, what does that mean? Your dream was to be a mom. You didn't get to do it, but Kenya did. So you didn't have to throw that dig in there. But again, that's hating right there. That's hating. Let's move on.
But due to I know that she was one of the people who was strongly against me not coming back, I just feel like God does not play about his people, and what goes around comes around. So figure this shit out. Keep putting on your Batman outfit and going into, what is she going into? Sally's, and showing people how discounted your products are now.
Hold on. Not how discounted the products are at Sally's. What happened to 10 seconds ago? You said you were from St. Petersburg and you weren't a hater. But here you go, from one of the most poverty and crime-stricken cities in America. And you have the nerve to talk about how discounted prices are bad? Lady, are you damn crazy? Let's move on.
I just feel that what goes around comes around. I can't wait to see her. I got something to show her. I got something to show her that I'm not like her. I really do. So we live in the same neighborhood. I'm sure we'll bump into each other. But no, I don't feel good. I mean, I'm not her, so I don't feel good about her not having a job and not working. But I feel that when you make your bed, my granny always said, you have to lay in it. You gotta lay in it. So she's laying in it right now, but she'll bounce back around. She'll bounce back.
Hold on. Did your grandmother tell you that after all these mugshots? Did she tell you that when you make your bed, you have to lay in it? Because you were talking about Kenya in this Batman costume, but weren't you wearing an orange jumpsuit, getting 3 meals a day off of taxpayer dollars? Okay, she started off saying, I'm from St. Petersburg, like she was about to start rapping on a Trina and Trick Daddy beat. Listen, this is malarkey. Again, I'm going to insert an Eady reference because it's all coming at me at once. It's coming full circle. Criminal activity. Wasn't Marlo previously arrested for writing bad checks, something or another with fraudulent money transactions? And haven't we heard the same thing about Eady? Didn't she have a former jewelry line that she never talks about anymore? She never promotes? And then from what I also remember, the girl had a former tax business and we never heard anything else about it. And yet she married a man named Take Your Taxes Mike. Okay, no one can find anything on these two regarding any higher education from anybody's college. But I just find that interesting that Escort Elderly and Easy Eady Escort. Listen, these two have a lot in common, but let's go off for St. Petersburg, child.
First of all, y'all know I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. We're not haters.
You want to sit up here like you all prissy and proper, honey. You're an escort. You can't tell your home is paid for. You're an escort. Whatever, ho. Whatever, ho.
Then she's saying she's not a hater, but these mugshots reflect otherwise. You sliced a woman's face because you were in fact hating. But let's talk about these businesses that Marlo has, because I rest my case that everything she said in that video was contradictory. I rest my case with that. Now, the archive is still open, so I'm not even going to get into that. It's actually 10 minutes away from me, so I'm sure I'll be running into Miss Marlo, Escort Elderly, very soon. But anywho, does anyone remember that wig line that she launched on the show a few seasons ago that we never hear anything else about? Well, on the show, she came out with 7 different wig styles. And as you can see, those are the same glueless pre-styled wigs she's still trying to sell 4 years later. Only now she doesn't even own the website to herhair.com. If you click on this link, it takes you to trueindianhair.com. And it's been completely rebranded from Her Hair by Marlo to the TIH Hair Collection by Karen Mitchell. So let's not talk about discounted hair products at Sally's when your hair is being sold in Brooklyn by Karen Mitchell and you don't get any royalties. Your last photo op with the hair you branded and launched on the show was before the pandemic. That was when Donald Trump was still in office. It's a whole new world now, Escort Elderly. It's a whole new world. All right, since we want to talk about hair, let's go to Marlo's wig Instagram page. Marlo launched her wig line on the show. It's called Her Hair Collection. But if you notice, it's not that much going on in the Instagram because the latest posts are from 2020. So she hasn't done anything with the hair since she put the hair out. So she's talking about Sally's and discounted prices. Baby, your hair is on Amazon, it looks like. Now let's take a look at the comments. And you have to remember, this is from 227 weeks ago because the girl hasn't done anything with her business, but she's talking about everything that Kenya is doing with hers. Okay, I got it. Look, Marlo, baby, them prices are ridiculous. Ain't no hair in the world that damn great. Girl, I checked the site and said, what the fuck? Who paying that for a wig for Marlo? Listen, you're talking about somebody who has discounted their prices. And this is what the people are saying about your prices. Come on, let's keep going. Right. $900 for some hair. I don't care if I was rich. Baby, slap me if I ever. Then wonder why they ain't selling $500 for a bob. So wait a minute. The prices are, well, first of all, $900 is not that much, in my opinion, for some hair. But again, you mark the bob down to $500 and people are still not buying. Okay, let's keep going. Portia hair ain't even that high. Baby needs to come up off that high horse. Not unless them sugar daddies buying them on the low. Uh-oh. Let's get into these sugar daddies. Hold on, let me make sure there's nothing else here. Low down monkey with a wig. Low down monkey with the wig on. You have some nerve. Come in there in a charity event, start a mess. No good gonna come to you like this. Kenya living rent free in your head. Okay, Cali Girl 2022. I see you, baby. Loving this hair. Stunning. Well, you know what? This person says something that I thought was interesting. The sugar daddies. Let's talk about these sugar daddies real quick. All right, so let's talk about these businesses because this has come up time and time again ever since Marlo has joined the season. So I'm going to pull up this thread because As recently as 6 years ago, people still had questions as to who the hell is Marlo. So this is how the thread started. Can someone please explain Marlo Hampton to me? Nothing about this woman adds up. Who is she? Where did she come from? How did she end up on this show? What does she do for a living? Okay? She claims to be buried in couture fashions and is rich as fuck, but according to Google, her net worth is $600,000. She claims to be starting a fashion line named after her mother and grandmother, both of whom inspired the fashion maven in her, but she has apparently been raised in the foster care system. She has a criminal past, and I can't find anything regarding higher education. Bitch, ain't that the same thing I just said? This woman truly has me puzzled. So these were the responses. First thing that comes up is the first thing they always say. She's from South St. Petersburg, Florida, which is a pretty rough area. I always assumed her labels were overcompensation for growing up in the hood. Now, the person who responded says that's a spot-on assumption that actually applies to several of the housewives of Atlanta. Cynthia and Candy seem more well-adjusted and secure. So I can agree with that. I mean, Nene, she's very showboaty like that as well. And so is that Phaedra. Phaedra's the same way. I agree. Let's keep going. I don't understand how she gets the rich guys in the first place. She's far from nice, and she is not all that in a bag of chips. Plus, she is getting older, so it must be much more difficult to get that check. Listen. Here, now this is the part. Let's pay attention. She was recommended by Phaedra to join the show. Phaedra, of all people. Pause right there. Remember, Phaedra recommended Marlo to come on the show because Marlo was dating Charles Grant, who Nene was also rumored to have been fool-la-laing around with. Now, remember, a few reunions ago, Kenya brought up the fact that Marlo was trying to get with the white Italian guy who opened up the Lanithia Lounge for Nene, and Marlo was with him too. So Kenya, I believe she was pretty much right. The only people who we've seen Marlo date on this show have been people who her and Nene have been dating around the same time. Marlo is a backstabber. She's the worst type of friend. She's the worst type of female friend you ever want to have. But anywho, let's keep going. Apparently, Marlo was dating Charles Grant around season 4, who allegedly messed around with Nene during her marital issues with Greg, season 3. Phaedra thought bringing Marlo around would mess with Nene, but instead it backfired because Nene and Marlo became BFFs. Pause right there. Isn't that why Phaedra is mad at the Married to Medicine girls right now? Because they brought Apollo around? And Shireen, see how everything comes back full circle? And see, Phaedra is so dirty. She's so low down. She's so disgusting. And on another note, and I'll probably come back in and do a topic on this, somebody said on some YouTube channel that Shireen needs to be more worried about Apollo and him beating her ass instead of being worried about Phaedra. Well, Apollo was beating Phaedra's ass too. I hope no one thinks that this is isolated. I hope no one thinks that Apollo wasn't putting his hands on Phaedra. Please do not be deceived. And we're going to talk about that on another video. But anyways, as far as her wealth, she dates wealthy men. She dated a billionaire who most likely most of her life, and I'm assuming this should be finance most of her lifestyle. For business, she has a LLC, Simply Marlo LLC. Not sure what the LLC does, but anyone can open an LLC. It's as easy as opening your legs. Well, Eady has one. So, anyways, moving right along. The allowance she gets from her wealthy boyfriends are deposited into the LLC, so she doesn't have to file personal taxes. Also, from the boyfriend side, it's easier to explain on why money was sent to a business rather than an individual. Now, I'm going to pause right there. I don't know anything about these personal taxes or anything like that. I am not here to give business advice, but what I do want to say, I want to touch on that LLC because that I've heard over the years, many many times. Okay, someone mentioned Ted Turner in the comments, and it says, I heard that once a long time ago and was astonished. How in the world did she snag him? As I said before, she's either extremely talented in the bedroom, or she has some dirty secrets about him, or whoever pays her way. Actually, it's probably both. Someone responded and said she didn't snag him. She's lying. Ted Turner is a known philanderer. However, the women he likes are society types with educations. Pause right there. Men don't have a type. Men don't have a type. As long as you're willing to sleep with them and show interest in anything that they have going on, you are their type. So don't be fooled. Oh, they have to have education. No, Marlo has a townhouse which has been paid off, and she's worth $600,000, and she has never been to anybody's college, and she won't tell us what she does for a living. I'm like Whitney Houston. I need to see somebody's tax return. $600,000. Please. She's getting that from somebody's husband. She is, and that's just a fact. Now, the Simply Marlo LLC, and I'm so glad she chose the word simple because that's exactly what she is. I often thought, and this is what the comment says, I'm reading you all. I often thought she created this organization so that the wealthy men she dates could donate, quote unquote, to it without their wives becoming suspicious about large sums of cash going missing. Now, let's talk about that LLC because she's had this LLC for a while. We see that Marlo started her LLC on September 9th, 2011. But the problem I have with this LLC is where it's listed as business purpose. It says none. Bitch, what the fuck? I mean, what is this? If the business purpose is none, what the fuck are you doing with this? What is this for if it's not for men? If it's not for men to make large deposits into your account somehow and legitimizing it some way, this is bullshit. That's what it looks like to me, because every LLC should have a business purpose, and the fact that she doesn't have one, that's a big, huge red flag. I mean, we just looked at Eady's LLC earlier this year, because remember, I brought that to you all. Let's take a look at that one. Now, see, Eady, she started hers on September 8th of 2023. Now, wait a minute. Marlo started hers on September 9th and Eady started hers on September 8th. I'm telling you, these two women are so alike, it's creepy. Okay? Escort Eady and then Escort Elderly. Those two. But, anywho, let's get off of that for a moment. Look at where it says business purpose, okay? Because her purpose is listed as the NAICS code. It's educational services. What the fuck is going on with Marlo? Because we know that you have to have a business purpose in order for you to have a legitimate business. The fact that Marlo can't tell people what she does, the fact that she cannot give a reasonable explanation, the fact that she cannot account for where she's getting these hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and all she says is check my LLC. When you check the LLC, it says no business. So, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Okay. I don't have any positive words. And not for nothing, look at Marlo's profile picture. When I was on her page and I saw the way she edited her hair, I said she copied that from Kenya. That's how Kenya had her hair in her Kenya Moore hair care marketing photos. Marlo is a fan. She's a fan. And the way in which she goes about fanning out is so unattractive. I don't like it. You know, I'm interested in what you all think, though. You know, am I tripping, or is Marlo over there drunk and depressed because she's not on the season 16 and she's still hating on Kenya? That's what it looks like to me, but I'm going to look for you all to leave it in the comments, and your girl will stay in touch. Let's talk about it. Bye.